Welcome to digital AP testing. For many schools, offering a digital AP exam in school is new. So let's learn more about the 2024 digital AP exams and the testing experience. This year, 7 AP courses are offered with a digital option. If your school would like to administer a digital exam for one or more of the 7 courses with the digital option, your school's exam order will need to be updated to indicate digital. Check with your AP coordinator to confirm. All schools participating in the pilot of the AP African American Studies course will administer a digital end-of-course exam. In this video, you'll learn about the exam format and timing, how to access the exam, and the exam experience for these digital AP exams. The format of the 7 AP courses with the digital option is identical to the format of the paper exams. See AP Central and the course and exam description of each exam for details. AP African American Studies exams are all digital. See the Year 2 Pilot Guide for exam format and timing details. For the 7 AP exams with 2 sections, each section and part is timed separately, with a 10-minute break between the sections. The end-of-course exam for AP Seminar ends when time expires. For all digital AP exams, students access and take their digital AP exam using a testing app called Bluebook. Bluebook is also used by students taking the SAT and any PSAT-related assessment. On test day, students will launch Bluebook from their testing device, log in with their College Board account, and follow a check-in process and the proctor's instructions to begin the exam. Note: students will be given blank scratch paper they can use to outline or draft their constructed responses. So, what does the exam experience look like for a student? Let's begin with an example of AP English Literature and Composition, Section 1, Multiple Choice. The exam experience is the same for the 7 AP exams with multiple choice questions. Section directions are at the top left of each testing screen. Track your battery usage with the indicator at top right. A timer will count down the time remaining in the section. If you want, you can hide the timer. It will reopen during the last 5 minutes of the section. You can move back and forth between questions in this section until time expires. The screen for Section 1 is divided. Passages appear on the left, and the question with answer choices appears on the right. When a question references a line number in prose and poetry, the text in the passage that applies to the question is underlined. You can expand left or right to adjust the size of each panel. And you can zoom in or out using keyboard shortcuts, Command +- or Control +- on a computer or laptop, or by pinching and zooming on an iPad. Within a section, you can mark for review any question you want to come back to later. And use the question menu at the bottom of the screen to navigate to any question in the section. You can annotate or highlight parts of the passage and add notes by selecting the text. Clicking the Annotate menu to highlight text and entering a note. Any notes you leave yourself in the Annotate tool or on the scratch paper you're provided will not be scored. Mouse over the highlighted text to see your notes. You can eliminate answer choices, answer, and change your answer to any question in the section until time expires. If you finish the section before time expires, you'll see a review page where you check your work. When time expires on Section 1, you'll move on automatically, and you won't be able to return to these questions. When Section 1 ends, you'll see a break screen, and you can leave your seat for a 10-minute break. A battery indicator displays your device's charge. At the end of the break, click Resume Testing to begin Section 2. The exam experience for Section 2 Free Response is the same for all AP exams with free response questions. We'll use AP English Literature and Composition again as our example. Just like in the multiple choice section, a timer will count down the time remaining in the section. If you want, you can hide the timer. it will reopen during the last 5 minutes of the section. Also, just like in the multiple choice section, you can move back and forth between questions in the free response section until time expires. You'll enter all your work in the text editor on the right side of the screen. You can use features in the editor to format your response. And cut, copy, paste the text that you enter. Text from the passages cannot be cut, copied, or pasted, and your spelling will not be checked. But don't worry, spelling isn't an element of the scoring rubric. And just like in Section 1, you can resize the on-screen text, flag a question to come back to, annotate and take notes, use the question menu, and skip ahead or go back to previous questions, but only for questions within the section. Your responses are saved as soon as you enter them, so you'll see what you've typed if you leave and come back to the question. Use the review page to check your work. When the time in the timer expires, answers for both sections will be submitted automatically, and you will see a final page confirming that your exam is complete. This is what you'll see when taking the AP English Literature and Composition and AP English Language and Composition exams. Section 1 in the AP History exams is divided into 2 parts. Part A, multiple choice, and Part B, short answer. Section 2 includes document-based question, DBQ, and long essay questions. Let's start with the exam experience for short answer and use AP World History Modern as our example. The exam experience is the same for all 3 AP History exams. When time expires for Section 1, Part A, multiple choice, Part B, short answer will begin after a short pause. Just like in the paper exams, Part B includes 2 required short answer questions and 1 short answer question with 2 choices. You can answer the questions in any order and move back and forth between the Part B questions. Note that you will not be able to go back to Part A. Type and format your responses to questions 1 and 2, and choose between questions 3 and 4. When time expires for Section 1, Part B, the break will begin. After the break, Section 2 begins with a document-based question, DBQ. Select the document number to display the document and type your response. Choose 1 long essay from 3 options. You can change your selection at any time and your work is saved. And you can go back to the DBQ if you wish. Note that you will not be able to go back to Section 1. When the time in the timer expires, answers for both sections will be submitted automatically, and you will see a final page confirming that your exam is complete. The AP Computer Science Principles End of Course exam includes 2 sections. Section 1 includes 70 multiple choice questions and 3 question types: single select, single select with a reading passage, and multi-select. You can access an exam reference sheet that contains block-based and text-based programming constructs. After the break, Section 2 begins and includes 4 written response prompts related to the Create Performance task. The second question has 3 parts. Refer to your personalized project reference sheet when answering the second question. Students will have access to a printout of their personalized project reference while responding to these prompts. And finally, the AP Seminar End of Course exam consists of 3 short answer questions and 1 long essay question. We hope this video has given you a sense of what it will be like to take a digital AP exam. To learn more, students and educators can access the digital experience and preview sample AP exam content for themselves by downloading Bluebook, launching the app, signing in with a College Board account, selecting the Test Preview card, and choosing one of 7 AP exams to preview. A preview of AP African American Studies will be available in the spring. Thank you for your interest in digital AP testing. Best wishes for a great school year, and good luck with your AP exam.